So when I say something that is a joke, like a joke, I want you to laugh even if it's not funny, okay? And if I leave a ball on the table, I'm not missing it. You only think I'm missing it. I'm actually making it in here. Remember that, okay? So here we go. We're going to start out with something in the game that may happen here at the G2 Sports Club. This could happen in your game. You're playing a person in 8-ball. One person has a solid, one has a strike, and you're down to the last shot of the game before the 8, let's say. And your opponent has not shot for many hours. They're very sad. They haven't had a shot. Maybe you had this happen. So what I want to do is I want to make my opponent happy. So what I will do is in making my opponent happy, I will try to make their ball with my ball. Then it makes them very happy. See? So we're going to go we're going to swirl our stick. It's a special spin on the cue ball. We go like this. We spin the cue 3 times. We come down and we try to make these balls helping my opponent. It's awesome. So this is a great shot.
Wow.
Many years ago. Does anybody have a question? Do you have a question? Well, we don't have a lot of time. Okay, but I'll do it again because he asked me. What is your first name? That's correct. Okay, what I'll do, I will do it again for you. Everybody else close your eyes. So here we go. Let me do it one more time. Just so you know, I'll do it from this side, a different view, okay? But we'll do it with the stripe this time. Just like this. Remember, you swirl your stick like this. But now it's a 13, you got to go backwards like this. Got it? We go like this, just like this. Perfect. Okay, any questions? Now, I don't want to leave. When I leave, there will be some people in here doing this. I don't want you to do that. I want you to get 2 balls like this, okay? Balls like this. That's better, okay? Have you ever been in a game I was on a rail like that one time. Okay. Now everybody's happy. The show's over. Thanks for coming. Now, I want to show you now in the game of 8-ball. The game of 8-ball, which everybody plays here, 8-ball, correct? So I'm going to show you what happens in the game sometimes. There's very difficult shots. For an example, let's assume you lag for the break. The closest to the rail can decide to go first or last. They go first, they break the balls, and when they break the balls, this comes up after the break. Maybe you've had this happen. The 8-ball lands here, and the object balls are rolling all over the table, and they slow down, and they start to come into position like this. So after the break, your opponent leaves you this shot. It's an awesome shot after the break. Maybe you've had this. All right, has anybody ever had this shot? Nobody's had this. Play more, you'll get it one day, okay? So here's the shot. Now this was a shot from ESPN when I used to compete in the competitions all the time. It's a wonderful shot. It is called the Hustler Banquet Dressing. It's a special name, but we'll just make the shot. So what you have to do here is you have to make sure you take solids or stripes. Which ones you take, solids or stripes, sir? Solids or stripes, which ones? Solid. You're both right, because they're both solid. And this is a stripe, and this is a bigger stripe. So you're both correct, all right? So now here we go. Think about it, because that's my worst joke. Okay, so here we go. So we make the 8 back here. This is called a beautiful bank shot. Watch this, a high degree skill. Scale of 1 to 10, this is a 35. Very high shot. 8 in the corner, awesome shot. Like it, watch this. There it is right there. What a shot. Now, there was another movie that came out many years later called The Color of Money. Maybe you've heard of the movie. And Tom Cruise was one of the players, and Minnesota Fast was gone, and Fast Eddie was making a comeback. You knew that. And there was a shot in the movie like this. And in this movie, we have this shot in 9-ball. Maybe you've had this shot. It's a very simple shot, comes up all the time, just like this. And in the movie, they didn't want to shoot this way. They were afraid it would be a push shot. So they turned around like this, and they shot it backwards. So they shot across the top of the ball like this, and basically it looked like this. The one ball went down, came down the table, slowed down, kept going back to this point, and it stopped right here. It was a very difficult shot. Now that was take 1 in the movie. You didn't see that because they edited it out. This is the hardest position. Sometimes you stop it here. Every place is very difficult. I'm now going to show you the easier version, all right? The easy version. So this is the easy way. So if you want, you got to make sure when you shoot this to chalk up. Many people don't chalk up enough. Make sure you chalk up. That's very important, okay? All right. What was that? No, this is refills. If you run out, you can just... Okay. You knew. They knew that, Steve. They knew that. So anyway, we'll do it. We'll do it this way. This is a great. I love this shot. I made this shot in '62. It's a great year. Just like this. Great shot like this, okay? Now, that's a pretty simple shot, but there are sometimes in 8-ball the shots become very difficult. I'm going to show you a couple of shots that are truly amazing. For an example, if the 8-ball's sitting here and you want to make the 8, you just go like this, you just make the 8-ball. It's an easy shot, and it's called a safety. Then you go to this one, and if you want to make it, you go and just make it like this. It's a great shot. Whoa. I want to make sure we understand. Some of you may think this is legal. This is not legal. I will slow it down so you can see the shot. A little bit slower this time, okay, so you can see it. Okay, now watch fast, watch this. Great shot. Okay. Now there's a couple of other shots that are fun. When I was growing up as a small child, I grew up in a room. I had my own pool room, but as a very young child, I worked in a pool called Elsie's Pool Room. It was beautiful, just like it's smiling faces, nice tables. It was awesome. And so these were some shots we learned early, like this 1-ball push shot like this. A 2-ball push shot like this, it was awesome. 2-ball push shot like this, 2-ball push shot. We also had a 3-ball push shot like this, 3 balls, pushing like 3 balls. No, that's called. Okay, I got it. You got to listen. Sometimes the ball is speaking, okay? So we go like this, 3-ball push shot, over like this, there. And then this was one of my favorites. You're playing like this, and let's say this is a 9-ball. You can just go and just make the 9-ball like this, or you can make it like this, and if you want to really get into it, you can do it this way. This is my favorite version, where you make it like this, okay? Now, you understand. I'm not going to explain that. Now, it's like when you're playing this shot here. Look at this shot. You see this shot here? Watch this. You're playing 9-ball, and you don't want to walk over there. You will play so much you get tired, right? So just shoot it like this. That's not it. Hold on. Hang on. Wait, that's not. I forgot it was 8-ball, not 9-ball. Excuse me. It's got to be an 8-ball. It doesn't work. Yeah, I have so many shots I forget which game you're playing sometimes. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, you see, and then this one, if you want to bank this ball, this is my favorite. Watch this 8-ball back here. Great shot. Watch this shot. That's awesome. Hey, that's great. That's great. See there? All right, now that's enough of that. Let's move on to something a little bit more to your liking. Okay, because a lot of these shots are unique. For an example. Every once in a while, of course, everybody here sleeps at night, and they rise up in the morning, and they want to get their rest. If you want to get more rest in your game, just scratch more on the table. If the cue ball goes in the pocket, you'll get more rest, all right? Now, we're going to go like this. This is an egg. An egg. And we're going to reflect here on a little bit of a story where after you sleep at night, you get your rest, and you rise up in the morning. Now, in our journey, Steve and I, we've been sharing through many, many countries the idea of people rising up so that we can all be in peace. We must rise up and enjoy our homeland. You have a wonderful land here. And we want to make sure that when we rise up, we can share the joy with others. So I'm going to rise this up. Watch this ball. You're sleeping, you rise up, and the sun is up, and you're real happy. Here I'm at home. So here we go. This is great. Watch this ball rise up. It's awesome. Just like this. Watch it rise up. Oh. That's awesome. And then we go back to bed at night. Okay, good. Now some players, they shoot so much pool their arm gets tired. Have you ever played like for 8 hours? And pretty soon your arm's like ready to fall off. So I use this cue, it eliminates the problem. This cue is called the power cue. The power cue has a very unique, it has a, you know, like a computer mouse button? Mouse button. It has 2 DC batteries. It has 20 speed settings. It has a hyperventilating osmosis. Okay, so now we go. So we go like this. And I'm going to show you how to put yourself on automatic. Very easy. Automatic cue stick. Let me grab this ball to here. Automatic cue stick. This is an amazing cue. And by the way, there's a certain thing about this is called power cue. Now the power of my game comes from in my heart. As I've traveled over the years, I've played from the lowest level of the game. I started at the age of 10 as a rack boy, you know, a rack boy, this here. And then as I played in college and I played professionally, I never could win enough games. So I didn't have enough strength in my heart. I just could never finish. So I got involved in tapping into a higher source. So what I did is I learned this is the power cue for my source, but it comes from a higher power. So it's like this. We increase the cue like this, we point the cue, and we squeeze the trigger. Now see what happens. It's a great power. You go like this, you engage, and you go like this, bing. Now, there are three primary settings. Slow, slow speed. We have medium speed, like this, reboot the program, medium speed, and we have hyperventilating speed. Okay? Like this. And then we have this shot, which is really tough. In the corner pocket. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much in. Okay, now the next shot, okay? Well, you're all pool players, you knew that was going in, okay? Now I know there's somebody here that didn't think that was going in. So I'll go ahead and let it go this time. I don't want anybody to leave thinking that wasn't going in, okay? It'll delay the show a little bit, but I think it'll be worth the wait, okay? So let's go ahead and just let it go this time, okay? I need could you watch this, sir? Just watch this shot. From where you are. If it comes, tell everybody it's going for the pocket, okay? You ready? Just like this. Do the shot. Now watch this. Now watch it. Watch this. Watch it. Is it going? Is it going? Is it in the pocket? Yes, it's in the pocket. Okay, good. Yeah. And one more thing. Sometimes you have to erase your shots. This is a stick. So this is real, check it out. Eraser stick, real eraser. Here, real eraser. Okay, here, real eraser. This is a special with an eraser. Now, this is designed so when you miss a shot, you can erase it. Now, if you have a ball here, and of course everybody wants to learn how to draw a ball, right? So I will now draw the ball. You come back very slow, you cock a little bit, and you accelerate the projectile. It's a projectile, basically. So you come back slow, and you accelerate. Low on the ball. So it's like this. You come back slow, and you accelerate. The ball comes back. Now let's assume you want to make both balls. If you want to make both balls, then it's like this. It's awesome, okay? This is a different version. Now, the next shot. Here's bottom stick English, okay? Now, a couple of final shots here before Steve comes up. I want to show you this little cue. Many of you have seen the jump shots from TV and stuff, and even in the room. I don't know if the room allows jump shots, but these are shots. I'm not going to do any damage to the table. I'm just going to do some really nice looking shots now. So we'll start out with this one. Many years ago when we played in the competition, this was a standard shot. Now in order to get ready for this, I must loosen up just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cue ball like this. We're going to put the 1 ball, the 2 ball, and the 3 ball. And we're going to loosen up before we put this into play. So this is how we loosen up in the game. You must have, I've been teaching for over 40 years, and you must have a flowing motion in the brain. You must be relaxed. You must be bonded. If you're on a team, you must be bonded. So I'm going to show you how to relax and play the game in a very smooth way. This is a total trust that you hit the ball. So we chalk up, we hit the first ball like this. If you're watching in practice, I did this. We had this here, we go like this, we hit it again, we keep doing this, we keep hitting the ball. This is called juggling on the pool table. This is 1 ball juggling. This is 2 ball juggling. We juggle 2 balls, and we keep juggling 2 balls like this. We keep juggling 2 balls. Pretty soon we add a 3rd ball to it like this, and we have 3. This is called 3 ball juggling. It's awesome. 3 ball juggling. This is, I don't know how to stop this. Watch it, this is great. This is great, watch this. This is 3 ball juggling. Watch this. This is awesome. Watch this. Watch it, watch it. Recovery, recovery, recovery. Watch this. Perfect, perfect. Exactly, stopping right there. Very good. Perfect. I have to show this. I want to show you I'm not going to do many massays. I'm going to do one massay that is my favorite shot. There's one like this everybody's seen. It's a simple curve shot. We go like this, and we elevate. And it's a very simple shot, right? Like this. Everybody understands. That's I'm now going to show a harder one. This hours of practice. 8 in a corner. Perfect. Professional. Now, and then there's one more masse I tried earlier. I'm going to try because I think it's going to work. I love this shot. This is an awesome shot where you have 2 balls like this, and you know when you play 8 ball here, if you scratch on the 8, do you lose? Oh, you lose if you make the 8 scratch, you lose. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to win if you scratch on the 8. This is how we do it. We have a ball here and the 8 ball. This is the last 2 balls on the table. All right. I'm going to shoot the 8 in the corner. The cue ball is going to go down the table, go around the 8 ball. Pick up speed, go in the pocket, and the 8 ball is going to go in after. This is what we call passing lane shot. And it's an awesome shot. Watch the cue ball go around the 8 ball. I love this shot. Watch this shot. Oh, that was close. Hold on. No, I'm going to make it. I can feel it. Watch this. No, I didn't scratch. So that was a mistake. I'm trying to scratch. So forgive me for not scratching on that, okay? Here we go. One more time. Let me chalk up again. If you don't chalk, you'll never make it. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Watch this. It's awesome. There it is. Look at that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now, I want to share with you one more 8 ball shot. Now, a lot of players don't use the same cue ball every time. For an example, if I'm playing 8 ball, and I think I'll do it right toward the camera so you can see this really good. Let's assume, let's do it off of this end here. I'm going to put the 8 ball down here in the corner pocket. We're going to put 2 balls here. So imagine you're in the game of 8 ball. Your opponent has left you an unbelievably difficult shot. Just like this. Here's your shot in 8 ball. Now, maybe you've had this shot. Now, it looks like there's no shot, correct? Does anybody see a shot here on the 8 ball? What? Does he know the shot? Okay. Well, do you know the shot?
No way.
Okay. Listen, I read this in a book before I came over here. Okay, now this is it. In 1984, I was losing a lot of pool games. I could never beat anyone. As a professional, I was struggling. So what I decided to do, when I went to the table, every time I got to the table, I had a shot like this. I would get mad, I would break my cue, I would say some bad words, and I was going to quit, so I quit for 1 year. I didn't like the shot. If you get this shot, you're not going to like pool very long, right? Every day for 8 hours, you get this shot. Imagine. So I quit. And for 1 year, I got away from the game. I came back after my life changed. My life changed because of what's in my heart. And all I did was, I jumped out of my chair in 1985. It was late 1984. And I said, oh, this is my favorite shot. And I loved the shot because I was still walking. My dad was 100 years old when he passed away. It was amazing. And he always laughed. And I had a friend that lost to brain cancer 10 years ago. But I'm still walking. And I realized that everybody here in this room wants to win. Who wants to win a pool? Y'all want to win? We're not going to deny winning is great. There's something better though than winning. It's playing, because some can't play. They're either not here, we have somebody in a wheelchair, they can't play. They would like to play, they don't care if they win. They just want to play. That's better than winning. But something better than winning or playing is to love the game. If you love the game, you don't even have to hit a ball. Just look at it like this. A little baby. You take a baby, you roll 2 balls. Here's a baby. A baby rolls 2 balls. They go like this. A baby. 2 balls, baby. Then they hear the birds chirping. The baby loves that. One day, the ball goes in the pocket. That's when the trouble starts. Because now we know what a miss is. You wouldn't know what a miss was if you never made a ball. You think about that. Let's think about it. That's enough. So here's the shot. This will be one of my final shots. I will come back at the end after Steve comes up, but I want to show, because I have a great shot at the end, but I want to show you this, because this is one of my favorites. So when I come out of it, this is my favorite shot. You can't leave me this. I guarantee you'll never be the same. The first thing you must do is make sure this pocket's by the pocket. That balls are perfect. These here are perfect. And this ball, you must take a close look at your shot. Most players don't look at their shots, but they look at it from here. You can't see it. Get down and look at your shot like this. You'll feel better about it. Here, come on. You're great. No, come on. I'm not going to have you shoot. Just come on. Would you do it? Yeah, come on. You see it? No, I'm not going to embarrass you. Now, listen. They don't see the shot, but if you take a close look, you'll see it. So look at it like this. Do you see the shot now? Yeah, he sees it. Good. There you go. See? He saw it. Now, what you didn't see was this. You get rid of these balls. That's important, okay? Then you take what they call a silver dollar, and you put it on the table. And see, it's not what you see that counts. It's what you don't see. You didn't see this. He saw it. So by not seeing this, you miss the joy sometimes. If you see this, and even if it's not that way, you miss the joy. Always look for the joy here. So here we go. One tip of left going English. Watch this. And then I'm going to show those problems, Steve. I'm not going to do it this like this. Watch this. Here we go. Watch this shot. Watch it. Right? The dollar doesn't go as far as it used to. That's true. Right, let me chalk up again. I keep forgetting to chalk up. Okay. Here we go. Oh, excuse me. I made a mistake. This should be turned around. Thank you. This is a difficult show because I'm getting confused with the balls. Okay, so here we go. So here we go. Oh, get away from me. Here we go. Oh, I can fix it. I'm a professional. Hold on. I can fix it. I'm going to fix it, okay? Watch this. I'll fix it. Watch it this time. Watch it. No, I can fix it. Wait. I'm going to make it. Oh, it's going in. What time do you close? Oh, it's going in. You watch this shot. I didn't come all the way from Indiana not to see this to go in, okay? Yeah, here we go. Watch this shot. This shot's impossible. This shot's impossible. So, last time you got to move on. I don't want to spend any time on a shot this easy. This is way too easy for me, okay? I've got more things to do than this shot, okay? I'm going to do it one last time, okay? Watch it. Watch this shot. Is that it? Oh. Okay, the table's too long. Okay, I got it. The table's too long. That's enough of that shot. And the last thing, Steve, I want to lead into you. The last thing for Steve is this. You know, in life, sometimes we have small problems, right? Do you have a small problem? Let me explain. Here are some problems in life. Sometimes we have problems that are this small. Very small problems. You know, like a bad safety, maybe a bad rack. Those are small problems. That shot is not really hard, but I made it a big problem. Small problem. We also have problems that are a little bit bigger, like this. These are bigger problems, right? Problems. Listen, when I have a flat tire in my car, I still 3 good tires yet. And finally, in life, we have huge problems. We have very large problems sometimes, okay? Now, you'll notice that we have small, medium, and large. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over to Steve, but he's going to share a story of a very big problem in his life. It's going to touch the hearts here, okay? Very serious, but he'll explain. So thank you for watching. I'll be back at the end to do a really neat shot, but for now we're going to let Steve come over, okay? Come on.
Okay, I need a translator. Who's my translator? Yes? Yes. Okay. Tell them that back in America I am a professor of English.
סטיב הוא בארצות הברית פרופסור לאנגלית.
Yeah, English at a university.
Which university?
William Patterson University in Wayne, New Jersey.
כן, הוא מגיע בניו ג'רסי והוא פרופסור לאנגלית באוניברסיטה בניו ג'רסי.
Yes. And so what I do is I like to teach with trick shots.
הוא מלמד באמצעות הטריק שוטס.
I teach what I call life lessons.
הוא מלמד כל מיני שיעורים על החיים.
Now, what I'm going to tell you is a big problem, as Dr. Q mentioned, big problem. I'm going to explain with trick shots about my family, a big problem and how it got solved.
הוא ידגים באמצעות הכדור הגדול מה זאת בעיה גדולה שהייתה למשפחה שלו ואיך הוא פתר אותה.
So I'd like to introduce you to the members of my family.
הנה המשפחה שלו.
And I need all the balls. I might need help getting the balls together. One more. Okay. So, I would like to introduce you to daughter. This is my first daughter. Her name is Amanda. Daughter number one.
כן, הבת הבכורה שלו אמנדה.
Okay? And daughter number one, it took her 1 week too late to be born. She was late to be born, you know? She was slow, too late. She was supposed, 1 week later she was born.
היא נולדה באיחור, היא הייתה בהיריון מאוד מתקדם, היא נולדה באיחור.
And so I have an example of what I call the slow way to rack the ball.
ולכן ממנה הוא למד את הדרך האיטית איך לפתוח את הכדור.
Because her personality, she's very slow.
כי האישיות שלה מאוד איטית.
She takes a lot of time to make a decision.
כל דבר לוקח לה זמן לקבל את ההחלטות בחיים.
Maybe some of you are like that.
אולי גם אתם חלק מכם כאלה.
So this is for Amanda.
וזה בשביל אמנדה.
Slow.
איטי.
Very good. Number two daughter.
הבת השנייה,
She was very fast.
אבל היא הייתה מאוד מהירה.
She came out 1 week early.
היא נולדה שבוע מוקדם יותר.
And her personality is she's very quick to make decisions.
והיא מקבלת החלטות מהירות מאוד.
How many of you are very quick to
כמה
make
מכם
decisions?
מקבלים החלטות מהירות בחיים?
Okay, we have one person.
A few.
Okay, so daughter number two.
What was the name?
Sarah, thank
Sarah,
you.
okay,
Sarah,
okay.
the quick way to rack the ball.
הנה הדרך המהירה כדי לפתוח כדורים.
Okay, now, I have 2 grandchildren.
יש לו שני נכדים.
Their names are Ella and Jaden. Ella,
אלה
and Jaden.
וג'יידן.
Grandchildren.
שני הנכדים שלו, אלה וג'יידן.
Okay, here is Sarah and her husband Kenny.
שרה וקני.
They have a big problem.
יש להם בעיה גדולה.
They were very quick.
הם מאוד מהירים.
Remember quick Sarah?
Yeah?
She made quick decisions like buy a house too quick, buy a car too quick, get married too quick, have children too quick. So she ended up with no money. You understand?
Yes.
Okay.
הבת שלו לקחת החלטות מהירות בחיים ובגלל זה היא נשארה בלי כסף.
So on this shot, 1, 2, 3. I call this an obstacle shot. Obstacle. Because they had an obstacle, a problem. Right? Money.
הבעיה שלהם בחיים זה היה כסף ולא היה להם כסף, אז הם היו צריכים לפתור את הבעיה ולהשיג כסף.
So I told them, go through, don't quit.
ואז הוא אמר להם,
So
אל תוותרו
you
ותלכו
must go
ישר
through your
קדימה.
problem. Yes? Yes? Now, my other daughter, her name is Amanda. She got married. She's very slow. Remember slow?
כן, גם אמנדה התחתנה בסוף,
She's been married 10 years.
10 שנים,
Still no children.
אבל אין לה ילדים.
She just bought a house last year,
קנתה בית בשנה שעברה,
but she has money.
אבל יש לה כסף.
So she doesn't have as big a problem about money.
אז אין לה בעיות של כסף.
So here's my family. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My 2 grandchildren, my 2 daughters and their husbands. Yes?
הבנות, החתנים והנכדים.
And now I'd like to introduce my wife.
עכשיו זה הגיע
My
הקטע.
wife.
לאשתה.
We had a big problem. And the problem was...
You're not the only one.
Yeah, that's good.
You didn't invent nothing.
Okay, tell them that.
כן. הבעיה שלו עם אשתו, אז אמרתי לו, לא המצאת כלום.
So our problem was we were 2 professional pool players that traveled playing pool all the time.
You and your wife?
Me and my wife.
גם אשתו, שחקנית פול מקצוענית, ושניהם היו בטור.
This
בסיבוב
is
כל הזמן.
before I became a teacher. Okay, before I became a professor.
לפני שהוא הפך להיות מורה
Yeah.
ופרופסור.
We were professional pool players and traveled the country. Okay, we do everything. We gamble, we play tournaments, everything. You can tell them.
אוקיי.
But here was our problem. When we had the children, we did not know how to live as normal people because we were pool players. Understand? Okay? So, my wife left me. For 19 and a half years, she left me. and I was a single man. Maybe somebody here, their wife has left them. I don't know.
Look at the smiling faces.
A lot of them have.
And you will know.
We call them pool player women. Yeah. So here's my family. My wife and I, we have a problem. We were separated, but now, after 19 and a half years, she came back to me.
אחרי 19 וחצי שנים
In 2009.
ב-2009 היא חזרה.
2009, she came back. And my daughters were so happy. My daughters were happy. My grandchildren were happy. And so I'd like to shoot a shot for my family, and then I will get into the big problem. Small problem become bigger. Does everybody understand that? No translation necessary?
No need.
No need. Okay. No need. So here it is.
Wow!
Okay.
So you solve all the problems in one shot.
My wife and I were back together for only 1 year.
היא חזרה אחרי 19 שנים וחצי, אבל רק
In
לשנה.
2010, there was a knock on the door.
ב-2010 מישהו דפק בדלת,
It was Quick Sarah.
וזו הייתה הבת שלו שרה.
And Sarah's husband left because he lost his job,
הבעל של שרה עזב כי הוא איבד את העבודה,
and she had nowhere to live.
ולא היה לה היכן לגור.
And she had two grandchildren.
היו לה שני ילדים.
What do I do as a father?
מה הוא עושה עכשיו כאבא של שרה?
Well, I did what every good father would do. I took them into my house.
הוא עשה מה שכל אבא היה עושה והזמין אותם לגור אצלו בבית.
But there was another problem.
אבל הייתה עוד בעיה.
My wife and I, we live in a one-bedroom attic apartment.
אז הייתה להם רק דירה אחת בעליית גג, קטנה מאוד, חדר אחד.
We were not expecting them to come.
והם לא ציפו שהבת והנכדים יגיעו.
So I have a trick shot that looks like the attic. See? Attic apartment.
אז יש לו מכה שנראית בצורת משולש, כמו דירת גג שלו.
So in one room it was my wife and I and my granddaughter Ella.
חדר אחד זה היה הוא, אשתו והנכדה, אלה.
We turned the living room into a bedroom for Sarah and Jaden, that's her son.
כן,
My grandson.
והבת שלו והנכד ישנו בחדר השני.
And here's Kenny, her husband, way here. He's not nowhere. He's gone.
וקני בחוץ.
How would you feel? If this was you, if you were me, how would you feel about Kenny?
Should bring him back and reunite with the family.
You would probably be upset at him, right?
Yeah.
Well, I had to find a way in my heart to go on and forgive him.
הוא היה כועס, הוא כעס מאוד על החתן שלו, והיה צריך למצוא דרך כדי לצלוח לו.
Because my daughter was very, very upset. And my grandchildren were very upset. So I had to show love somehow, but I will get back to that story. So what I decided to do was wait for him to come back. And they become a family. I would tell my daughter, maybe he will come back. Maybe he will come back. You understand? No need for translation?
No need.
Okay. So here we are, the five of us. There's Kenny. And now, there's always somebody that does not cooperate.
תמיד מישהו לא משתף פעולה. אחד מהם לא משתף פעולה.
Because here's what happened.
And Kenny was the good one.
Kenny was the good one. Well, no.
He cooperated.
My daughter, Sarah,
Ah.
she went to school. I got her back into college, and she went and almost finished her degree to get a job so that she could earn money and get out on her own, right?
הוא החזיר את הבת שלו כדי שהיא תלמד, תרכוש מקצוע, תוכל להרוויח כסף ולחיות לבד.
But she came to me one day and said,
חזרה אליו ואמרה,
Daddy, I'm in love with another boy.
התאהבתי בבחור אחר.
I said, can you please wait to finish school?
לפחות תסיימי את הלימודים.
So her new boyfriend,
והחבר החדש,
his name is Greg.
what was his name, sorry?
Greg.
גרג. חבר חדש קראו לו גרג.
And what happened is, She went, I said, no, don't go with Greg. Please don't go with Greg. Wait until you graduate. And so what ended up happening is Greg, he decided that I hated him. I did not like him.
כן, אז הוא אמר לבת שלו, אל תצאי עם גרג, לפחות עד שתסיימי ללמוד, ואז גרג
I did not even know him.
הוא לא הכיר אותו, אבל גרג היה בטוח שהוא נגדו.
I had nothing against Greg.
לא היה לך שום דבר נגדו.
I just wanted my daughter to finish school.
הוא רק רצה שהילדה תסיים ללמוד.
So we had what's called a wall. A wall in our relationship.
הייתה חומה ביחסים.
He did not want to talk to me.
הוא לא רצה לדבר איתו.
And my daughter was upset.
והבת שלו הייתה עצובה.
So she decided that she would quit school
אז היא החליטה לעזוב את הלימודים
and leave and go with Greg.
וללכת ולגור עם גרג.
Well, I told her, please don't do that.
והוא אמר לה, אל תעשי את זה.
I will help you finish school.
אני אעזור לך לסיים ללמוד.
And she did, but what happened is after she got her degree,
והיא נשארה ללמוד, ואחרי שהיא קיבלה את התואר,
she took my grandchildren away from us.
היא הרחיקה את הילדים ממנו.
We could not see them
הם
anymore
לא ראו יותר לנכדים.
because there's a wall.
בגלל החומה.
Now, maybe you have a wall today. Maybe you don't forgive somebody. Or maybe there's a misunderstanding.
אולי יש לכם חומה בלב, אולי אתם כועסים על מישהו, ואולי יש פה איזו אי הבנה.
We have to take the wall down in our hearts.
צריך לפרק את החומות בלב.
Our hearts have to remain open
והלב צריך להישאר פתוח.
so good things can happen.
ודברים טובים יכולים לקרות.
So I'm going to take the wall
אז
down.
הוא הולך לפרק את החומה.
And when the walls come down with people that we see, when the wall comes down, we can have relationships with them.
וכאשר החומות נופלות בין אנשים,
But if we're angry, if we're jealous, or if there's misunderstanding, no relationship.
אם יש כעס, אם יש חוסר הבנה, אין יחסים.
And if you can't get along with the people that you see, you won't get along with the one you can't see. I believe that.
ומשהו מאמין, אם אתה לא מסתדר עם אנשים פה, אתה לא יכול להסתדר עם אלוהים.
It's a test. Every day it's a test.
Tell that to my wife.
I understand. Okay, wall come down, come back, have a relationship, and sometimes we need help. We need a lot of help. And so this is the shot. Now, let me tell you, I did not see my children for 6 months. 6 months. And I want to describe what happened one day. The phone rang. It was Sarah.
ביום אחד הטלפון צלצל, וזו הייתה שרה.
She was in the hospital.
הייתה בבית חולים.
She was lying on a hospital table about to have surgery to save her life.
והיא נכנסה לניתוח להצלת החיים שלה.
I did not expect this.
לא ציפה
I
שזה-
never lost any children or family members in. So this was very upsetting. How do you feel when you get a phone call and your daughter is dying on the operating table? You understand?
כן, הבת שלו שכבה בניתוח
About my daughter.
סכנת חיים, וזו הפעם הראשונה שמישהו שהוא מכיר נמצא בסכנת חיים.
But listen what I thought in my mind. She says to me, Daddy, I must tell you something before the doctors tried to save my life and save my legs. That her legs were crushed in an accident,
היא ריסקה את הרגליים שלה בתאונה, ואז היא אמרה לו, אבא,
a bus accidident.
תאונת אוטובוס, היא אמרה לו, תן לי לומר לך משהו,
And she
לפני
says,
שהרופאים מנתחים אותי.
and she says, Daddy, I cannot go into surgery until I tell you that Ella is gone.
אני לא יכולה להיכנס לניתוח לפני שאני אספר לך שאלה, הנכדה, מתה.
That was my 2.5-year-old little granddaughter
נכדה בת 2.5,
who lived in my one-bedroom attic apartment,
שגרה בחדרון הקטן שלי למעלה.
slept at the foot of my bed for 2 years,
ישנה אצלי בחדר למשך 2
and every morning I would open my eyes and I would see Ella smile at me and go, pop, pop.
ילדה שקרא לו אבא במשך 2 וחייכה אליו כל בוקר.
And Sarah says, now, Daddy, she's gone.
ועכשיו הילדה הזאת מתה.
And I cannot go through this surgery until I tell you.
ואני לא יכולה להיכנס לניתוח לפני שאני אספר לך.
So I want to describe with a trick shot the accident, what happened, and what I decided to do when I heard the news.
הוא רוצה להדגים באמצעות הטריק שוט מה קרה ואיך הוא הרגיש ומה הוא עשה כשהוא שמע את החדשות, את הבשורות הרעות האלה.
You see, on that day, she decided to go to a pumpkin farm to pick pumpkin
כן, באותו
for
יום.
Halloween. I don't know if they have Halloween.
No, they don't.
No, they don't have Halloween. No matter.
Yeah, it's okay. When we have Hanukkah, it's the same.
You have Hanukkah. Same thing. It's a holiday celebration.
Kids
And I was going to take her children for the first time. I was going to see them for the first time in 6 months because I asked Sarah, I said, can I take them to church? Because I'm a Christian. And I thought maybe she would let me take them to church.
הוא ביקש ממנה לקחת את הילדים לכנסייה כי הוא דתי, מאמין.
Well, she did say yes
הסכימה.
at first, but then she called me the night before the accident and said, Daddy, I want to go pumpkin picking. I changed my mind. Let me take them pumpkin picking and you can go to church another time.
כן, ואז היא אמרה לו, אני מבטלת את הביקור בכנסייה, אני לוקחת אותם לקטוף דלעת, בשדה של דלעת, אתה תיקח אותם בכנסייה ביום.
Okay, no problem. Another time. And it's been 6 months since I saw my children, my grandchildren.
כן, 6 חודשים, הוא לא ראה את הנכדים שלו.
Okay, so here we are. The accident, here's what happened. This is Ella, right here. Ella, the black ball is Ella.
הנכדה, אלה, בכדור השחור.
That day, quick, remember Sarah? Sarah's very fast, right? She made a decision to take Ella by the hand. Quick, Ella, let's go. And there was a bus here and a bus here, and somehow the bus in front went in reverse and crushed her. Ella died immediately. She didn't even, boom, gone quickly. Sarah, her legs were crushed.
הנכדה שלו נהרגה בתאונה של 2 אוטובוסים, מחצו אותה, והבת שלו איבדה את הרגליים.
So here, Ella is going to leave the pool table. She's going to be gone. But everything else will be a mess.
אז אלה, שהיא כאן, הכדור השחור תיעלם, וכל האחרות, כל הכדורים האחרים יהיה בלגן.
And I believe that Ella is in heaven.
הוא מאמין שאלה נמצאת בגן עדן.
And I believe I will see her again someday.
ושביום הימים הוא יראה אותה.
So I had to make a decision that night. I had 4 choices that night. 4 choices in my mind that came into my mind of what to do when I got the news that Ella was gone.
כשהוא קיבל את הבשורה על זה שהנכדה שלו מתה, היו לו 4 אופציות לחשוב עליהן.
And after this shot, I will explain the 4 choices that I had to choose. And I'll tell you which one I picked. And maybe you will identify with what happened to me.
אחרי המכה הוא יסביר מה הבחירה שלו הייתה מתוך 4 בחירות, ואולי נבין למה הוא בחר את הבחירה הזאת.
Okay, so here we go. Ella, right here. Ella, heaven.
הכדור השחור
God,
ייכנס לכיס
everything else
האמצעי.
a mess.
וכל השאר יהיה בלגן.
Okay, here are the 4 choices that I had to choose when I heard the news. I want somebody in the audience to pick what they think. Choice number 1, choice number 2, choice number 3, choice number 4. I would like for somebody in the audience to take a guess which choice. I know you don't understand what, but let's see if someone, could I get somebody maybe, who would like to choose 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Go.
Who is the, right here, is this young?
The young boy.
Young boy. Wow. What's your name?
Dan.
Dan? Okay, are you the champion? Yes. Okay, I hope this never happens to you where you're faced with a choice like this, okay? But I'm going to ask you to pick 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just pick a number. Which one? This is choice number 1, choice number 2, choice number 3, choice number 4. Okay, that's choice number 3. That's correct. That's the choice I made. And I will explain. I will put the chalk here to mark the pocket, okay? Would you like to shoot the shot? Come. I will have you shoot the shot. It will, don't worry, it will go. And the first choice that I thought in my mind, that it was 11 o'clock at night. And the phone call, my wife was next to me, and the first thing I thought I could get angry at somebody. Who do you think I wanted to get angry at right away? First thing when I heard that my granddaughter died and my daughter was on the opera, who do you think?
On yourself.
Well, yes, that was myself. I thought maybe this is because of all the bad things that I've done. Translate.
היו לו ארבע מחשבות. המחשבה הראשונה על מי הוא יכול לכעוס. המחשבה הראשונה הייתה שהוא יכול לכעוס על עצמו, כי אולי זה עונש על כל הדברים הרעים שהוא עשה.
Maybe I'm being punished.
אולי זה עונש.
But I remembered that in my faith, I'm a Christian, that I don't have to feel condemnation. You know what condemnation? Guilt. Because Jesus took away my guilt.
לפי האמונה שלו, ישו לקח ממנו את היכולת להאשים את עצמו ולהרגיש שהוא אשם.
So I did not choose number one.
אז הוא לא בחר בזה שהוא אשם.
Who else could I have been mad at that night?
על מי עוד יכול היה
Who
לקרוא?
do you think? Yes. Why?
Because she didn't hear what you said to her. They want to take the children to the church.
Yes, I could have gotten. This would have maybe never happened if she would have listened to her father's advice.
כן, הוא יכול לכעוס על הבת שלו אם הייתה שומעת לאבא שלה ולא לוקחת אותה מכתוב לה, כל הנמנע.
Remember, she's quick Sarah. Quick.
היא לוקחת מחשבות מהירות.
But I have a nickname as a pool player.
כן.
My nickname is Leaping Lillis because I leap and make quick decisions.
כן, והכינוי שלו זה ליפינג ליליס, כי הוא אחד שעושה קפיצות ולוקח החלטות מהירות.
And I could not make her feel guilty for something that I am guilty of.
כן, הוא לא יכול להשאיר אותה במשהו שהוא אשם בעצמו.
And there was a fourth choice of somebody that I could have been mad at. And what do you think that was? I'm going to get to number 3.
Yeah, of course.
Which one? No, I did not have all the information about the bus driver. Huh? No, Kenny was not around.
God.
Did I? Yes. Exactly.
הוא יכול לכעוס על אלוהים.
Exactly. How could you let this happen? Why did you let this happen? What kind of a God are you?
איזה מין אלוהים אתה שאתה יכול לגרום לדבר כזה לקרות?
I took my daughter in. I try to give her an education. I pay money to help her. The children have been taken away from me. My wife, I took my wife back after 19 and a half years. What kind of a God are you?
איזה מין אלוהים אתה לעשות דבר כזה אחרי כל מה שעבר?
I did not choose that.
הוא
And
לא
here's
בחר-
why.
הוא לא בחר להאשים את אלוהים.
I was a professor of world literature.
כי הוא פרופסור לספרות.
And my favorite book was a Hebrew book.
והספר האהוב עליו היה ספר עברי.
The story of Job in
הסיפור
the
על
Hebrew
איוב.
Bible.
הסיפור על איוב מהתנ"ך.
And Job lost 10 children.
ואיוב איבד 10 מהילדים שלו.
And he said, the Lord gives and the Lord takes
הוא אמר
away.
אדוני נתן ואדוני לקח.
Blessed be the name of the Lord.
ושיהיה שם אדוני מבורך.
And the reason why he said that is because he knew that he was not in control of the universe.
והסיבה שהוא אמר את זה כי הוא ידע שאין לו שליטה על העולם.
And as I thought about Job, I realized that I'm not in control either of the universe.
וזה הזכיר לו שגם הוא לא בשליטה על העולם.
So I have to accept
ולכן
what
היה
happened
לקבל.
and realize that there must be something bigger.
ויש דברים יותר גדולים מהחיים.
Because I'm not able to solve this problem. And so I chose number 3.
ולכן הוא בחר בבחירה השלישית.
And as a Christian, Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
Now, I have something here to show you because I'm going to ask my friend. Come, where's my friend?
Dan.
Dan, where's, okay, Dan. I'm going to, you see, in order to accept the Spirit of God in my heart was telling me to have faith and to trust what I believe. But you see, I did not know what was going to happen if I had faith. I did not know if things would work out. And that's the way life is. You don't know. If you have faith tomorrow, you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. But I chose to believe that things will work out. So this is an example of faith. Don't know. You don't know. I'm going to ask you, here, you can use, you see, I'm going to place this right here. And I'm going to ask you to shoot. See that pocket? I'm going to give you direction, right? Shoot right straight at the pocket. And watch The black 8 ball will come here. Choice number 3. Okay? No problem. Go ahead, straight. Have faith. Oh. Maybe that wasn't the right choice. But I want to ask a question. What's more important, the shot or the message? I can make an adjustment and make it, but it's not important because this is what I want you to receive, the message, not the shot. I have one more shot, and then I'm going to ask Dr. Q to come. Because after I chose number 3, the next day at the hospital, my daughter came through surgery, and she did very good. As a matter of fact, she did so good that the doctor says she won't walk for 6 months. She ended up walking in 2 months. Guess who was there at the hospital the next day? Kenny. Guess who else was there? Greg. Right? The two. And Kenny raised $56,000 on GoFundMe.com to make up for all the money that was not paid.